If you're anything like me, your mornings look a lot like this.
Morning.
Oh, I don't want to wake up.
Come on, Jeej.
Mom, where did you put the milk?
Can I call you back? I'm just trying to get my kids off to school. Oh gosh, it's 7:45. You guys have to get dressed in like 2 minutes. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. You know, this is not exactly how I imagined motherhood.
I dreamed of you. Then you appeared.
The one thing that I noticed is where I really spend time with my kids, where we put devices down, where we open up, is when we read at night.
Okay.
Everybody dies, you mean?
Yes.
So it's okay to hear a story where someone dies.
Yes.
The stories that we read are forming their worldview.
She's upside down.
They're the building blocks for how they make sense of the world and how they understand themselves. And the more diverse those stories are and expansive, the more diverse and expansive that worldview is going to be. Story and Pictures By is a documentary about children's picture books.
You want to turn the page and find out what happens next?
I wanted to know who is making these picture books, the authors and illustrators who are changing the types of books that I read as a child, and that led me to Christian Robinson.
Growing up, like most kids, I was obsessed with stories, movies, books, in which characters went on these magical adventures. Oftentimes these kids didn't look like me or come from my community. And I think that can have an effect on a child. I want kids today to have a different experience.
And then there's Juji Morales.
Soñé contigo y llegaste. Juntos ahora éramos amor, love, amor. When you find someone that you understand and someone that you feel that understands you, you fall in love with them. I fell in love with picture books.
And then there's Mac Barnett.
Kids' experiences have to be reflected in the book. The scary ones, the awful ones, the sad ones. If that life is not reflected, that kid will think there's something wrong with books, or they'll think there's something wrong with me. And as an author, I don't want any kid thinking that there's something wrong with books. But as a human, I don't want any kid thinking that there's something wrong with them.
Why am I making this film right now?
It's really scary to be a kid.
This tragedy is a sad reminder of the dangers our children constantly face.
Kids watch the news, they hear what's going on.
Children being in detention, our families being separated.
3 victims were children.
Our work is not only how we make great books, but this is about how you shape the life of children.
To all of you out there who love picture books, who still remember the characters that first made your hearts burst open with them, who have ever read to a child or been read to, who think that children are our chance to change the world, to all of you, this is your film. Please support us and join us in bringing Story and Pictures By to life.